I think, Jagero, first of all, it's a very good thing and it's progressive.
Yeah.
That, the Wiper Party and the United Alternative Government, as they call themselves, has started trying to come up with solutions.
Okay.
Because for a very long time, we have always talked about they are deep in just telling us one term.
Okay.
And nothing more than that. For once, they have tried to come up with what can be a semblance of a solution. And I'm sure they now see how difficult it is to actually come up with a solution. Because 2 days later, almost everyone, you can see Jagero is Joachim is taking almost 3 hours just showing them how impossible their proposal is.
Yeah.
And that is what happens when you start talking solutions. And just the other day, we were busy here also telling Joachim how odious debt is not something that exists in Kenyan law, and therefore it falls flat foot. So when you look at their proposals, Jagero, first of all, the mere imagination that you are reducing only 500 billion and yet you want to use it as a campaign tool shows you that it has been very difficult for them to actually even find what to reduce. That essentially shows you that there is more likelihood that they will even increase more than reduce. And two, they talk about things sometimes that basic research would have told them, because they talk about bringing back Linda Mama in their proposal. Linda Mama already exists in SHA actually as an enhanced package. But now they bring it now and then they think it's a new thing. Basic ChatGPT research would have been able to show them that. Now they talk about youth employability, a concept that this administration has tried so much to do with providing the Nyota program. They have been one of the biggest critics and saying you are providing young people with handouts. Now they have proposed and say they will allocate 80 billion to youth employability. But then functions are not just about figures. And that's what Joachim is trying to interrogate. You are saying 80 billion. How does it create the jobs? How many jobs per year? What are these things that we are investing in? They cannot be able to answer those questions. You look, they are trying to say that they are going to increase allocations of monies to education and all that and all that. But they can't answer the simple question, fine, okay, you can't talk increase of money to different voting heads, but you're not also talking increase of the money that you're bringing in. Because you cannot be able to have an expenditure increase without us knowing where are you then getting the money. So these are questions that they do not answer in their document. Of course, I understand it is a populist document meant for campaign, but for it to be very well anchored, it must be practical. They talk about things like cancelling SHA and therefore you get 104 billion. Last time I checked, Jagero, when we cancel a contract, we lose money, we don't make money. When we canceled the JKIA deal, I forget the name, their Danny deal, we lose money. When we cancelled the one that Jimmy Wanjigi was in charge of at some point, during it was at the airport. Yeah, during the first
we paid 5.7 billion.
We paid. So that is very basic understanding, Jagero.
So I mentioned Mauri Roni.
Mauri Roni, when we cancelled it, we also lost money. So cancelling of projects has always made us lose money. So I'm wondering, Jagero, seated where I'm seated, I'm wondering how 5 principals plus experts could not be able to get that basic fact.
Yeah.
Because it is something that is all out there for everyone to see.
How
do you imagine that when you cancel, you make money?
I want to stay with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming back to a word that I've underlined that you've talked about.
Yeah.
Populism.
Yeah.
That you've talked about. But I want to go back to